Dwayne Bacon's brother, 350 Heem, gets shot, rushed to hospital. Find out what happened. Watch this whole video and subscribe to the channel. RIP to Raheem Bacon, aka 350 Heem. So he's Dwayne Bacon's brother, which is a former NBA player. And they were at this party last night where it was supposed to be like a celebration for Dwayne Bacon, his girl Nique, and his brother 350 Heem was there. So when the club was about to close at 2 a.m., which is basically the city permit says that they got to close at 2 a.m., at around 1:40, two people pulled up to the door and they were trying to get in, but the security told them that they couldn't get in. And so as that was going on, 10 minutes later at 1:51 a.m., they turned the lights on, and somebody from the two people ended up taking out the burner and spraying the whole place up, and they hit 350 Heem, aka Raheem Bacon. So RIP to Raheem Bacon. And this is some senseless thing, man. They were inside the club and got mad that they couldn't get in the club. They was outside of the club hating while they was inside of the club having fun. And this is something that was completely avoidable, man, completely senseless. I want to send my condolences to the whole family and anybody affected by this. If you know what's going on, if you know of 350 Heem, Raheem Bacon, or Dwayne Bacon, if you're an NBA fan, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you think of this. Like this video as well. So the details are coming out right now. So he's 25 years old and two people were hit. He got hit bad. Somebody in their personal car picked him up. And they couldn't even wait for the ambulance, so they got him in his car and they drove to the hospital. They dropped him off there. They rushed there. By the time that they got him into the bed and got him a room and everything, and the doctors came into the operating table and they tried to save him, but it was too late, unfortunately, man. RIP. And this is a tragic situation because his brother, Dwayne Bacon, they were hosting the party with his girl, Nique. And so this thing was happening late, like early Saturday night. It was a Friday night to Saturday morning type of thing. And so that's why it was going on almost till 2 a.m. Nothing good ever happens after midnight, man. The people, one of the guys ended up getting booked for this. He was arrested like right there when he tried to get away. The people pointed him out. This is a completely tragic situation for the whole community because they were all basically on the right path. Like Dwayne Bacon, NBA player, he's got millions of dollars. He was trying to do a basketball camp. He ended up canceling that because he's highly affected by this. He might have seen his own brother get hit up. And so that's why I want to send my condolences to him as well, and comfort and, thoughts and prayers to the whole entire family, because this was a completely out of the blue situation. Like, they did not see this coming at all. Everything was going good that night. They were all having a good time. They got there, the people started coming in. It was their closest friends and family members and all that at the party. They had invited, just a few people. It wasn't too many people or anything like that. And, somebody that was just trying to get in and enjoy into the fun, they just ended up getting caught into their feelings and let their ego and emotions take over. And they made a bad decision trying to, rush through the security. When they turned the lights on, it was because it was time to go. They thought it was because they were disrespecting them or something like that, trying to close the thing down. They might have seen on like Instagram Live who was there. They might have seen the NBA player was there. They might have seen that the rapper was there. The rapper might have had jewelry on. That's 350 Heem. Like, he could have had some jewelry on or something. Somebody from the group could have posted way too much stuff on Instagram, and somebody could have been seeing that from that whole city and could have came down to the club knowing what was going on. Maybe they were trying to hit a lick and trying to get into the place so that they could get close to the VIP section in that little like bottle service section where they're all turning up. And they might have been trying to like plot and try to get the chain or some type of money or hold the place up or whatever it is. We don't know if they had any type of beef with the rapper 350 Heem. We don't know if it was any type of situation where they were just random or got mad. And so that's why they're trying to figure out the motive of this. They got one of the guys that did it. And so he might have been the only one that did it. So far, we have to hear from the press conference and we have to hear from the details that are released. At this moment, they didn't actually say Raheem Bacon's name, because there's a certain law in that state where they can't actually say the victims' names for some reason. It might be due to like the family has to let them do it or something like that, or they have to finish the investigation. But this is why it's being put together and we're breaking the news right now. And I'm trying to let y'all know that this is a situation that happened and yesterday on Saturday. And this is something that could have been completely avoided. People have to realize that this kind of stuff happens way too many times, man. It's got to stop, where people go and they spray up the club, they shoot up the club. It happens at concerts. It happens for some reason to a lot of hip hop, celebrities, a lot of rappers. This happens to, a lot of NBA players sometimes too get caught up in these type of situations. And it's always at some type of concert, some type of party, some type of club. And, people are always trying to get there. Their egos get in the way. People always butt heads, man, just like how Takeoff got hit up. It was somewhere at a party and it was the same exact way where it was ended, and it was somebody from that was supposed to attend and whatnot, except this time with Dwayne Bacon's brother, 350 Raheem Bacon. They weren't even invited into the party. They couldn't get in. They showed up too late. So it was already suspicious at that point why they were even trying to get in when it was so late. Like they might have, that's why a lot of people are thinking that it could have been where they seen something on the social media and they were thinking about, okay, let me get down there. And if it was as simple as, they were a fan or something and they wanted an autograph and they got mad because they couldn't get in, and they, that's the reason they did it and they didn't intend to actually do that. That's one thing. But a whole nother thing is if they came with the intention to try to hit a lick or get the money or kind of get some type of thing, because, the club makes money. They got a lot of money from selling the bottles. This has got to be a decent amount of money that got spent that night. You got millionaires up in there, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if they were thinking about doing something bad or doing something wrong, and this happened like this is what they're trying to figure out and get to the bottom of. Because if it happened where they were thinking the wrong way, then this is completely senseless. And no matter how it happens, this shouldn't have happened at all. And this is why people need to be careful in certain things. And a lot of celebrities and people, they should never stay until all the way till closing. You should never be there when the lights get turned on. You should only just be there for like 30, 45 minutes, an hour at most, and leave early. You got to be there and leave right around midnight, because nothing good happens after that. If you have to go, maybe push it closer to 1 a.m. or before that, because at that point, you want to be quick. All these people are going to be looking. They know you're the one that's getting that main table and everything like that. So it's going to be haters. There's going to be a lot of pocket watchers. And that's why people have to be careful. You got to move very, very smooth, man. You can't get caught lacking being in the club all the way until it closes, because that's when the bad things go down. People are going to know that there's a lot of people about to come out. They have a lot of money on them. They got cash on them. They're dressed nice and designer. They got jewelry. They got the fancy cars out. It's a walking lick that's waiting to happen. Everybody in that room is a walking lick. And so that's why bad guys could come and do something like this. And it seems like that could have been the case. And that's why it's very important to move a certain type of way where this does not happen to you, man. Like I said, dude, this is like something very serious. It keeps happening in the community. It's got to stop. People got to stop going to clubs without security like this. Like, how is it that these dudes got past security? What did they do? Was there anybody that tried to stop them? This is what we're trying to figure out. There was no medics on scene. And it was not enough security, and this all happened. So now the family's going to be looking at who's responsible for this. They got the guy in cuffs. They know the security footage for the club is there. It could have been a situation where, just like how Takeoff's mom was going at the club, and they might be taking action against that club, just like how this situation that happened at the club and the security, was interacting with the people that ended up shooting up the place. So they might have actually be doing something to look into the club and seeing if they were partially responsible for this, because they got to get justice for Raheem Bacon. This has to stop happening to our people. People need to start speaking out for against these type of things, man. So stop going to the club for a while. Make sure you know that, you're not going to go to no type of club, because there's all type of weird situations that can happen where people try to do something like this. That's always why anytime it's after that late, around this happened at 1:51 a.m. Anytime it's close to 2 a.m., you know people are going to be loaded. They're going to be lit. They're going to be thinking of all sorts of crazy things. So it's never good to be out that late at all, because then that's where all the stuff happens. You wake up on the news and you see what happens, man. So I want to send my condolences once again to Raheem Bacon, 350 Heem. He was a rapper. He was a brother. He was, you know, on the path to trying to be an entrepreneur and a successful man and trying to provide for his family. And he was gone at 25 years old last night. And so what I want to say is send my condolences and go ahead and put them in the comment section.